Already easily challenge the Blacksite Lao, no Aegis Armor, weaker Medkits, and Explosive Revenge. There is no Aegis Armor, which is a bit unfortunate and might be, well, a bit problematic, but it really isn't. But aside from that, there's weaker Medkits, which can be either really good or really bad, depending on, well, how we use it, and how much we actually think in advance before actually healing up, which, might help. But we're gonna go through here. We're gonna go through here. We're gonna miss somehow, quite horrendously, before going through here. Essentially getting 3 marks of these radios. And then going over here. Quickly, hi there. And since we've already gotten past everything, we can just run through here and, well, that's that, which I suppose is always nice. So we're just gonna go over here. We're gonna place a breaching charge over here. And then afterwards we can just move through here by just running through here, which is quite nice that we haven't actually lost that much health between the two of us. And by not that much health, I really just mean one of us has taken 1 bullet, and that's really about it. Which is always quite nice. So right now, we're gonna grab a drill, and hopefully, it's not gonna be in cell A or cell B, that being a row, since there's a spawn over here. And there's a spawn over there, which means that if we were to go inside, then, well, we'd be getting shot by, let's just say, 4 CBRCs from over here, and 4 CBRCs from over there, which it's not really that great. And unfortunately, it's not in cell C or cell D, so we're just gonna go over here. And we're just gonna hope for the best, which, I mean, we can start by wallbanging a bit. And we already started with CBRCs, which is always quite nice. And by always quite nice, I mean quite bad, really. But so far, we're still alive, which, I'm sorry, that gunshot was genuinely absurd, but you know what, it's fine. We can go in here. We can, well, essentially get free immunity, and whilst that happens, we can quickly try and back away from this mess that we're actually getting ourselves into, which, it's quite nice if we were to just not be over here, but you know what, sure, we can just do that. Have the units hopefully shoot rows, and, well, we can go through here, and hopefully things will go well, which is kind of how things are going, but, those are CBRCs, and they won't really see anything, which is always quite nice. So hopefully we won't get stuck going up the stairs, which I would consider quite puzzling, but we're gonna go through here, and we're not gonna get any units for now, which gives us some time to figure out what we're doing, and, well, get behind some kind of cover, which is quite important for, well, not dying. So we're gonna miss horrendously on that, but we're gonna try not to miss horrendously on the remaining 3 units, which so far is going quite well in the form of 2 out of 3, which I'm always happy for. Where is the 4th unit? There we go. I'm sorry, that is absurd. Right, and let's try not to die to those flashbangs first before going over here and healing up, since that's quite important. And then afterwards, just, well, staying alive, which I would also consider quite important, but so far there aren't actually any units that are coming towards us, which I guess it's nice, but, it would be nice if we had a few medkits so that we can use this time to actually get those medkits, but you know what, that's also fine. We're gonna let 1 unit go by, which I guess is also alright. Alright, we're gonna almost let 2 units go by, which is slightly less alright, but it's not like it really matters that much. Anyone else? 3 more then. Miss horrendously. Yet again. But, well, that's pretty simply taken care of, which I guess is always nice. And now we've got around halfway through, which hopefully won't take too long. And hopefully it'll be a bit more energetic than whatever this is, which I would have to say is quite, lackluster and vaguely boring. What? Maybe we'll spend his time wallbanging over there, since that seems like a vaguely important priority. Other than missing all of our shots against the units all the way over there, which I guess is slightly more important, but sure. This is not great. We're not doing this. There's a flashbang there, of course there is. But I guess wallbanging works, and I guess I can always do that, which is always quite nice. And now that that's resolved, we can just go over here and try and avoid dying, which there's a medkit over there, seemingly. Not that we're gonna grab it right now, since we are doing quite well on how many medkits we have, and how likely we are to, well, not die later on, in terms of running out of medkits, but not in terms of getting ambushed with, let's just say, 4 shotgunners from right in front of us and 4 CBRCs from all the way behind. and getting flanked simultaneously by both, which, you know, isn't really that great. But we're gonna somehow hit all of those 3 shots without really aiming, and then, no, we're not doing this. But then afterwards, it's vaguely simple, and well, so far it has been, so we could always take care of it later, but there are going to be 2 more units over there, which has since been taken care of, and we can just clear the units over there. And presumably we'll get someone... Never mind. So we've got a Medkit over there, which is always nice. I suppose I could try grabbing one later on. Not that we really need to, but we're going to go through here right around now. We're going to start by healing up, just in case some units show up. And then afterwards, we're going to go through here. Hopefully not encounter too many units over here, which... That's already great. Let's try and back off for a bit, since that's essentially everyone else. And once we're done with that, we can just go over here. Place a flashbang over here. That's not a flashbang, that's a breaching charge. Before going over here, grabbing a demolition charge, and then afterwards just avoiding, well, getting shot, which overall is quite important. So we're going to post up over here as we try and make sure that doesn't happen. Until we're at least certain that the units are no longer over there, which... Sure, we can work with that. We can just go over here instead, which... I am in no way averse to. And... Hi there, folks. Thanks for doing that just now. Did not really appreciate getting, well, taking that much damage, but... You know what, we can work with that. I'm just gonna go through here. I'm not gonna grab the medkit because we really, really do not need to. No matter how poorly I may be doing on it right now, but... There isn't a lot of, well, fighting after we place these demolition charges, so... It's not like we really need it right now, per se. Because we don't. And if we go over there, an entire squad shows up over there, things are not going to end well. Especially if they are, well, CBRCs or shotguns. Or for that matter, any weapon. Be it FI7s or S97s. Or, well, maybe even a saw blade if we're feeling extra lucky today. But Rose is gonna start by doing a thing where Rose is actually fighting and we're not. Because we don't need to, and that's kind of how this works. And we're just gonna patiently wait over here. Because that's all we have to do right now. So that's exactly what we're gonna do, and Rose is presumably going to relatively soon start screaming at us to... Well, that's some perfect timing. To get over there and get out of here. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna wait a bit longer, but... Only until Rose screams at us the second time, because that's vaguely around the time where we should start considering actually moving, since we're gonna be done relatively soon. Look, there may be medkits over there, but there are also medkits over there. And we're not getting it, because we don't need to. So we're just gonna leave it at that. Rose is gonna fight some very interesting units. Hopefully, we're not gonna get ambushed relatively soon, even though this is some relatively good cover for, well, not getting shot. And I would find it quite, well, terrifying if a bullet were to go through this wall over here, which, you know, is only slightly unnerving, but we're gonna start by slowly going over here, right around... No, just no, alright? We're gonna... Might want to show up over here now. So... Hopefully, everyone shows up here relatively soon so that we can actually get out of here, which I would consider rather important. And hopefully those units just stay over there for a bit longer, since we really do not need anything. And now that the door's gonna be opening, we're just gonna go through here, and because we can really, we're just gonna heal up real quick, and that's what we're gonna do, as we hopefully don't get shot by what might be CBRCs over there. But regardless, that's the daily challenge, and in just over 9 minutes. Cheers everyone, have a great time!